Thanks for staying up late and welcome to New Mexico Football Friday. We are serving up the high school football experience, of course, in HD. On the show tonight, this Spirit Stick making history. Battle for the roster up in the V. Cheerleader, band player of the week, and of course, highlights. Rio Rancho Rams and El Dorado Eagles at Wilson Stadium. Zach Gentry getting the pick, and then how about this? Eagles trying to do something about it. Converted into points, keeping it on the ground. Gannon Lopez taking the handoff and getting it to the end zone. 14-0 Eagles. Gentry then decides, I'm going to keep this one. Looked like he was going to pitch it. Nope. Into the end zone. El Dorado upsetting Rio Rancho tonight. 35-14 is the final score. Battle of Cruces, a distinct pink night. Oñate at the top-ranked Las Cruces Bulldogs. J.J. Granados taking it into the end zone, 14-0 Las Cruces. Then Oñate trying to get something going. Fabian Reyes to Mario Pacheco, 60-yard touchdown pass. Oñate on the board, trailing 14-6 in the first. Second quarter now, Las Cruces quarterback Cameron Miller looking, seeing Isaiah McIntyre, and Isaiah into the end zone, 21-6 Cruces. Still in the second, more Miller. This time he's intercepted. Mario Pacheco gets the pick, and Mario running it fast forward all the way to the 10-yard line. Oñate still down 21-6, but they got set up with the interception for Fabian Reyes' 1-yard plunge, 21-12. Still in the second, and J.J. Granados making people miss. Cruces gets the big victory, 55-19. Here's your final score. So far, no one has been able to weather the storm that is Cleveland High School football. The Sandia Matadors getting a shot tonight. They are also our game of the week. Lawrence Gilligan here with his keys and the straight-up skinny on the game. Lawrence, what up?
Yeah, hey, thanks, Van. Before we get to the game of the week, here's a look at the BIOS keys to the game. For Sandia, the Matadors' defense has been solid pretty much all season as opponents are averaging 12 points per game. Sandia will need to stop a Storm offense that has over 700 yards in both passing and rushing. So we'll see if they can limit first downs. As for Cleveland, the Storm will have to pin their ears back and get after Mr. Everything Cameron Bean. Bean does it all for Sandia. The Storm will also have to try and keep the offense on the field against a very tough defense. My guess, this game will be neck and neck. With that being said, let's head to the City of Vision for Sandia versus Cleveland. The undefeated Cleveland Storm fired up for a one-loss Sandia Matador squad. Both defenses came to play tonight. Not much happening offensively in this one early. First quarter, Storm quarterback Kian Hami loses the handle and meets Mr. Cameron Bean. Bean gets the stack. Storm forced a punt, and Sandia couldn't do much better. Midway through the first quarter, it's Mr. Everything Bean getting sacked, this time by Emilio Rodriguez. Yeah, Cleveland happy about this. 2 minutes to play in the first. Storm with the ball on the 14-yard line. Hami buys time on the move. It's to Marcus Williams, but Williams can't come up with the grab. Storm had to settle for a field goal. Gabe Ortega connects on a 31-yarder. It's 3-0 Cleveland. End of the first quarter, Sandia gets into Storm territory. It's going to be Tim Barreras to Jordan Jones, who, wow, he's going to take a shot across the middle, but he hangs on. Matadors also settle for a field goal. We're tied at 3, so second quarter coming to a close now, and it's Sandia taking the lead. Under 5 minutes to play, it's Bean airing it out. Tim Brennan tips it up and comes up with the grab, by far the play of the night. A few plays later, Sandia gets in for a 10-3 lead. It's Bean to a wide-open Ben Hamrich for the score. We caught up with the Matadors head coach Kevin Barker at the half of a very tight game.
They get the ball first, though, in the second half, so we got to come out and really get after them in that first series. Offensively, we got to make a few adjustments because their defense is very, very good. And defense, I think we're playing well, but we just need to keep playing well.
All right, Van. Well, there you have it. The Sandia Matadors hang on for a 17-16 win, handing Cleveland their first loss of the season. Both teams did not score in the fourth quarter. Definitely a high-intensity game. Both teams are now 5-1 on the year. Back to you.
Hey, Lawrence, the question is, did you enjoy the defensive struggle?
You know what? Absolutely. It was a very physical game on both sides. Both these teams are going to definitely make some noise. further along in the season.
All right, sounds good, man. And just like the Storm of Cleveland, the Valley Vikings start tonight, having only known the thrill of victory. Vikings putting their perfect record to test once again in a matchup with the Atrisco Heritage Jaguars. Jaguars with the ball looking for something, and James McNeely says, "I'm robbing your dream." Pickoff in the end zone. No one likes to see that. Started from the 20, get a couple yards, and then do this. Hand it off to C.J. Torres, and Torres says, "I'm doing the rest." Shake, bake, into the oven. That would be the end zone. Valley adding more points on. Bo Coleman through the air. Rob Armijo, that man is all by himself. That's busted coverage, folks. Armijo strolling into the end zone. Valley players excited on the sideline. The Vikings roll to 6-0 with the 49-27 victory. Carlsbad Cavemen hosting the Goddard Rockets, and Cody French looking, finding Dean McDaniel. Rockets trying to get 6. Dean stopped on the 20, getting it to the red zone. Then McDaniel says, "Let's get closer and give it me." Trying to get into the end zone. A few more yards. He's getting close. Then more McDaniel. This time, stuffed. Nothing. That's why you got to give it to the quarterback. Let him call his own number. Cody French says, "This is enough." Into the end zone. Rockets going up first. Carlsbad trying to get something going. Elijah McCoy on the run. Elijah coming out there looking like Eric Dickerson. Getting pushed out of bounds. Then Travis Kessler decides he's going to keep the chains moving. Always know where the sticks are, and Kessler does that. In the end, it's Goddard winning on Carlsbad's home turf. 28-10 is the final score. Timeout is called. More Football Friday is on the way. Can the Del Norte Knights clip the wings of the high-flying Volcano Vista Hawks? We have the answer. And it's all personal up in the V. 2 clubs playing for pride and a chili roaster. That's coming up, but first, check out our cheerleaders of the week.